track storms to alert you first. This is KIMT Storm Team 3, weather coverage you can count on.
Welcome back, my friends. I've made things maybe a little harder for you when it comes to the game of Find the Cold Front. All right, maybe it's not as hard, but there's a reason why we're starting to see a little bit of the blue and the green begin to mix. Let's zoom in and take a peek at our area. Current temperatures are anywhere from the 50s to the upper 40s. We're even seeing some mid 40s and starting to see some 30s, but that's pretty wild. 38 degrees in Fairmont. Meanwhile, it is still 50 degrees in Forest City. That's quite the swath, and that is due in part to some incoming cooler air, the cold front I mentioned. But why we're starting to see a little of that green, a little bit of that blue come together is because the front is stalling. It is slowing itself down, so we're seeing places further to the west a little cooler than further to the east. Eventually, it will continue to make its way across the area, but as it stalls, we get to enjoy a little bit more of a warm-up, a few more degrees, if you will. These temperatures kind of marching up, topping off in the low 50s for some of us, maybe some of us even a little warmer than that before the front passes through, and it's very easy to see when we will start feeling that chill. Most of it will be on the cooler side once we, of course, get to the overnight when most of us are sleeping. But this is not just impacting us. It is a nice long cold front across the nation right now, all the way up in Canada, in fact, across the international border. And again, stalling in a few places, it will eventually start to pick up its pace. That's not the only thing I'm keeping an eye on, though. Right before the commercials, I mentioned this further to the south. This is a low pressure system that you can already see is starting to push moisture a little further up, further north, and that is what could bring us our rain chances. So the combination of the two of them could also bring a few flakes. Let's talk about it. Sky Tracker 3 here. I'm going to push through time until we get to about 10 p.m. tonight. Mainly want to show that some of us could still see that mixture of clearer skies versus clouds, although most of us are seeing the clouds move in as we speak. But also at 10 p.m. we start to see a little bit of that rain move our way. At this point, the cold front is about here. You can tell from those winds, the direction of them. So it has almost passed through the entirety of the area. The cool air is finally beginning to arrive, and as it mixes with the incoming rain from the south, we could start to see a little bit of that, a little bit of the blues, the pinks intermingling. This is around 6 a.m. on Friday. By the time we get into late Friday morning, most of this will be gone. However, temperatures will still be influenced by the cooler air that is now arriving behind the front, and temperatures will be limited to the low to mid 40s. That does hold strong into our Saturday as well, but the biggest difference is going to be the return of some sunshine, and ultimately these temperatures will start their climb right back up on Sunday. We're back to 50 degrees. Beyond that, you'll see it here on the 7-day forecast where the weekend is always in view. The 60s make a triumphant comeback, the mid 60s at that. I am very much looking forward to that 66 degree on Tuesday. Going to roll down the windows, soak up the sun, but as you know, I've been saying it through the week, we really do need the rain, so whatever comes, comes.
Yep, sounds good to me. Thanks, Sarah.